All right, now we can go. Tell us about the 109s again.
Well, well, the 109s, we're talking about the Spitfires and the Mustang. The Spitfire could climb like mad, couldn't dive. The Mustang could dive, couldn't climb. In the early wars, got 3 109s. They used to dive away from us when we was flying Spitfires. You couldn't catch them. Besides, they could dive away and leave the battle anytime they wanted to. But when the Mustang came along, and the tactic was high, like the Germans like to fly, they couldn't run away anymore because the Mustang would catch them. Of course, the war was half over when the Mustang came.
Yeah.
And by the same token, if you was losing the fight in the Mustang, you could dive away and get out of it. With the Spitfire, there wasn't much you could do.
The Spitfire had a Rolls-Royce engine, or no?
Yeah, Rolls-Royce.
Rolls-Royce in them, so.
But there was a Rolls-Royce and the Merlin in both of them, I think.
Oh, really?
They were kind of interchangeable.
Yeah, wow. Wow.
You shot down three planes, right?
3 109s.
3 109s.
Wow.
Confirmed.
That was with the old first Mustang that had the canopy like this, and we only had 4 guns. I was just writing an article on that, and when they made the Mustang, they made it to dive like that.
Yeah.
That's what gave us the break.
Mm.
But they had to squeeze the guns and the old thin wings, and they jammed so bad.
They did jam.
I came back, I had 2 jam guns and 2 gun barrels burned out one time, or I got another 109.
Oh my God.
Now you got shot down in Yugoslavia, right?
I was strafing ground troops then. I ran across a ground truck, a German truck in a big convoy. All of a sudden the sides fell away,
And
they got
yak
me.
in there, and they were whacking you.
I lasted about maybe 500 yards from where they hit me.
Wow. Then you escaped and evaded for how many days?
There was so much, almost a month, there was so much confusion. I joined right in with people running, and then I broke away into the mountains.
Now, when you went into that house and you knocked on somebody's door, when they let you in, they were German people?
No.
What were they, Yugoslavians?
They were nice Yugoslav people.
And they knew you were American right away?
Well, that's a story. I wasn't going to let them know. I went to the door about 2 in the morning, I guess, or so. I had nothing to drink, no water. I found you can't get along without water.
That's right.
And I knocked on the door. The door opened, and I went like this. And a man opened the door. And he went back, come out with a cup of glass and a bottle. Looked kind of like water. He poured it. True story. I drank that. It was
Vodka?
like German, like rakia,
Uh-huh.
like rakia, made out of prunes.
Mm.
I like to die. I couldn't get my breath. When I got my breath, I said, water, water. He said, oh, wassa, wassa. I remember that like it was yesterday. And he reached down right inside the door. There was a spring or a box there that held water.
Mm-hmm.
And he got me a cup of water.
Thank God.
And that's a long story. I could continue.
You hurt your knee in the crash.
Yeah, this knee right here.
Yeah.
It's something a little different.
And that's how you ended up in my office, isn't it?
That's part of it.
That's it. How's your knee doing now?
It's doing real well. I don't know if my body's healing or if he's healing it, but it's getting there.
Yeah.
It's such a pleasure to take care of such an icon.
When I crashed, the wing broke off and yanked the stick across my leg.
Oh.
And I was running about 3 weeks on that stiff leg.
Were you flamed out? Were you flaming? Your ship flaming?
No.
Wasn't flaming?
They hit my engine.
Oh, knocked the engine out.
It was a Mustang.
Yeah.
I went down in the Korean War too and started to find the Starfighter.
you put a plane down in the Gulf here too, didn't you?
I put a burning P-40 just off of the water. Had the headlines for about 2 weeks how I
Yeah.
saved the town, but I've seen something else.
Unbelievable. No kidding.
I
Wow, that's wonderful.
do run my mouth.